My name is Raymond West, wishing you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where I separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the topic of honoring the vow of secrecy and initiation and trusts in African spirituality. This is a very important topic that I think a lot of people need to know about. And people don't understand the importance of this topic, which is the vow of secrecy, vow of silence, and trust. How does this matter to African spirituality? One thing you need to know is that in any kind of spiritual practice, for it to survive, there is supposed to be a certain amount of trust in the system, belief in the system. This comes from the fact that the system you are practicing gives you a beacon of hope or an anchor that actually is there to connect you to something that is supposed to be greater and higher than you, and something that is supposed to move you forward in life to explore those mysteries or secrets of life that we need to know, that will help us to have a deeper understanding of ourselves, our environments, and so-called divinity or nature, as some people would love to call it. So there's this need for a certain level of secrecy to protect those things that you will be learning, to protect those ideas, philosophies that we are expanding on. The essence of this secrecy is for many reasons. One of the major reasons is that this thing you are learning, or we are learning, these scientific principles of nature, we want to be able to isolate it from other aspects of life so that if we will not confuse it with other things, we want to separate it so that we can study it very carefully, and we don't want it to be corrupted, polluted, and most especially we don't want to be distracted by other aspects of our life. So there's need for secrecy in studying the spiritual practice, especially the deep aspects or components of that practice must be held in secret, in seclusion. These secrets are given to those people that are fully dedicated. As you go deeper into the study, you are exposed to more and more principles that is guiding that spiritual system, that is supposed to take you to higher levels of knowledge, of wisdom, of understanding or understanding or overstanding. Okay, so secrecy is very important. Secrecy protects the practice, it protects you, and it gives you that room for self-study, for growth, for focus on what you are doing. And it's also something that separates the people that studies or practice that thing from the rest of the other people, from the rest of the world, or the rest of humans. When, let's say, for instance, you in a certain practice of African spirituality, maybe a certain priesthood, Ifa or Igbe, Palo Mayombe, or whatever, what separates you from the rest of other practitioners is the secrecy, the seclusion of focus that you have dedicated yourself. Say, okay, I want to focus myself in studying this particular thing. I want to become a follower of this priesthood or this deity. Okay, then you can say, I am an initiate of so and so. The secrecy protects you. What you people know there, the rest of the world do not know those things. Okay, you separate yourself so that you can study it more, so that you can dedicate yourself. So there is need for honoring this vow of secrecy. Just like in the life of every human being, we must have principles. The principles of you studying that thing is based on the tenets that is inherent in that practice. The principles that the do's and don'ts, or the rules and regulations, or the guidelines. You have to abide by these guidelines. This is one of the things that teach people that want to be initiated into uh, African spirituality, a form of African spirituality, or any spiritual system. You must acknowledge that principle of secrecy. The things you learn inside is not to be told to other people or to the general public. It's not to be shared anyhow. You need to carry yourself in a certain way. You cannot be behaving like other people, behaving like unwanton behavior, irresponsible behavior, or lackadaisical behavior, materialistic behavior. You cannot be doing all those kind of things that worldly people do: drug addiction, excessive promiscuity, or disrespect for people, and so many kind of things that goes on hard there. You cannot be seen to be doing many of those things. They have to give you this orientation that this is how you should be behaving, or you are expected to behave when you come to this part of town. Okay. There is also trust. You have to trust the system. If you don't trust the system, the system will not really work for you. You have to believe in the system. The belief there is to, okay, there's a principle, let me see how, let me follow it, and I'll see what I can benefit from it, or how it works, or how it can be able to protect me, or uh, bring prosperity to my life. So there's a certain level of trust that must have to be there before the system can really work for you, or you can intimate yourself in the system. So you need to learn how to honor this vow of secrecy, silence, and trust. If you don't honor the vow of secrecy, you will be breaking some of the guidelines. And if you are found wanting in this regard, what will happen is that you might be kicked out of the system, or it will destroy your credibility, your integrity. For instance, if you are a practitioner of African spirituality, let's say you are a priest in the making, priestess, and people will always come to you with their problems. Okay, when people come to you with spiritual problems, psychological problems, you are expected to maintain a certain level of confidentiality, meaning that when people tell you their secrets, you should not tell a third party. Those secrets must be with you and die with you. You cannot be able to go and share it with other people. You have broken the vow of secrecy, and it is not a good thing. This is a very important principle. For people to come to you, tell you their deepest secrets, their problems, they kind of trust you. They see you and they look up to you, and somebody that is matured, understanding, and can be able to help them. If not, can be able to point them in the right direction. As a priest of certain deity or a real practitioner, you are expected to keep those secrets to yourself. A third party must not hear those secrets. Okay, this is the vow of secrecy. You must keep it. You must have this principle with you, that when people tell you things, no other ear should hear it. Whatever they tell you, it stops with you. Okay, this is part of the vow that you will take when you want to be initiated into African spirituality. You must be ready to keep secrets. If you are a person that their mouth does not close, that run their mouths all the time, yapping, you cannot practice African spirituality, because you cannot keep secrets. And if people find that you can't keep secrets, you are not to be trusted. Even me, I will not trust you. Okay? That's why we say African spirituality is not for everybody. As you know, in society, we have a lot of people that cannot keep secrets. It is just their nature. They talk too much. Even the one that they don't even know, they go and talk it. These people, we call it them amebo or aproko. That is the African name we call them. Okay, people that talk anyhow, you cannot really practice because you can't keep the secret of people. Okay, so if you know that you have these characteristics, African spirituality is not for you. Okay, sometimes some secrets are too deadly to go and talk outside. If you know that you yap in your mouth all the time, or you cannot keep secret, you don't have self-control, it is dangerous to practice African spirituality, because if you go and be telling people secret to the outside world, some of them might come after you. Okay, some of them will make sure that they do something bad to you. Very, very dangerous position to put yourself. So you must make sure that you are ready to keep secret of people, even at the point of death. It's better for you to die than expose the secret of other people. You need to have this orientation that it is as serious as this, that you must be able to protect the secret of other people to the death if necessary. Okay, this is part of the principles and the orientation that most initiates are given when they want to start practicing certain forms of African spirituality. Secrecy is very, very important ingredient. You must have it even before you get to the level of initiation. The priest or chief priest would have been able to observe the student very well to know if they can be able to keep a secret, and if they can be trusted for other spiritual systems in the world. We have the vow of secrecy. We have it in Christianity. We have it in Islam. We have it in Hinduism. We have it in Buddhism. There is nothing new about it. It is very, very essential and important for any spiritual practice to have a sense of certain level of secrecy to protect the people inside, the people outside as well, for it to work and for it to be trusted. Okay, so if you are a practitioner and you don't have this vow of secrecy, people cannot trust you, and you will not last in your practice. Okay, so those people that are planning that they want to come into African spirituality, you need to know this. If you know that you talk too much, it will not work for you. You must be able to keep secrets. Very, very important. Okay, very, very, very important. Very important. Keep secrets, silence. Not everything you see that you are going to talk about. Not be everything we hunt as if for bush now they talk. Okay, so this is one of the most important parts or important principle in the study of African spirituality. Secrecy is very, very important. Maintaining that vow of secrecy. How do we do this? We do this by initiatory orientation before you start your practice. Okay? Then trust is very, very important. You have to trust the system, believe in the system. Okay? If you don't trust the system cannot function very well. The trust depends on trust is reciprocal. The trust is based on you seeing the benefits of the system, you seeing the applications, testing, and also evaluating the system, and practicing the system, comparing it with other practices, the efficiency, the productivity, the essence, the flexibility. You have to compare it and you need to keep calibrating it. African spirituality is not a static practice. You cannot tie yourself to be bogged down with tradition. you must be growing with the time. It is dynamic. Okay, we are allowed to share knowledge within the system based on our fellow practitioners. Okay, but there are some people that, due to whatever belief systems that they have, I'm sorry, the internet is breaking up. I don't know what is going on. Okay. Well, this thing is cracking up. So, welcome back. As I was saying before, we can share knowledge, okay, among other practitioners. It is allowed. It's very, very much allowed. You can share when you come across some certain problems that you cannot be able to solve. It is very normal to share this with other people that are in the practice, okay? And just like the way doctors do in hospitals, when a doctor might have a patient that they're having difficulty trying to treat, and then we call another specialist to say, oh, this patient has so and so problems. I've been working on it. I need some guidance or assistance. And the doctor will also have the same input. This is very, very okay in African spirituality. So you can share some things to a certain extent, but not to the outside world. Like you cannot see a medical doctor sharing his challenges to an ordinary fellow that is not a doctor, coming to the street to meet a carpenter or a lawyer to be talking about this. It does not happen. Okay? This thing, the same practice in African spirituality too. So, but we discover that there are some practitioners that do not like to share anything. They will claim that they know it all. They can solve all the medical problems. They can solve all the spiritual problems. And they just say that to get people to come to them. And you will discover that not everything that they know. And instead of admitting that they don't know it all, they will still be claiming that it is the fault of the patients. And they don't want to share this problem with other practitioners because they are feeling too big. They are feeling that if I share this problem with other practitioners, they will laugh at me, that I don't know enough, or they will look down on me. So as a result of this pride, they will keep the problem to themselves, and then they never know the solution to that problem. We have a lot of practitioners like this. Some of them can be fake practitioners, just pretending to do something or pretending to know something. Some of them might not have enough experience, or some of them are not talented in that field. So when they have a problem, instead of them talking to specialists in that field, they will keep the problem to themselves because they are afraid that maybe people will discover them, or people will laugh, the other person will laugh at them. So shame and pride will not let them share this problem, and we just be like that. The problem will die with them. And this is not a good thing. Okay? So there is this need for trust. As a practitioner, sometimes I share resources with other practitioners. If I share resources or we share ideas, I get clues. If I share resources, I find out that the person does not know the source of the problem or does not know the solution. Maybe 1, 2, 3 times, it doesn't seem to have any clue. I will leave that person. I don't share anything with them anymore because I will assume that they don't know the practice. You cannot get it wrong about 3 times. It means that you are not practicing properly, or you are certainly not in the same level that I am. The way I am doing this research, you are not doing the same thing. So if I ask you 1 thing, 2 things, 3 times, you don't know it. It means that maybe you don't know what you are doing, or you are not willing to share resources with me, or you are not there yet. This is how I will take it. You are not up to my level yet. You have not have the time to dedicate to house. You are not serious in the practice. I will assume these three things, and I will leave you alone quite naturally. This is the way I behave. When I see practitioners, I try to make friends with them, and I try to encourage them by supporting them, encourage them by maybe giving them one or two things to do, supporting their practice. This is the way I live. This is the way I do my own work here. It is good to encourage practitioners by supporting their work, by patronizing them, sharing resources with them. This is how we grow. If you want to be a practitioner, yes, we keep secrets. The secrets we keep is from the outsiders. Okay? But within the practice, we are allowed to share resources to move forward. This is very, very okay and very normal. So when you share resources, the other person is expected to reciprocate. But when only you are sharing, the other person is not reciprocating, you have to cut off that relationship. And if the person seems to be having lack of ideas, it means they are just pretending to be who they are. They don't know anything, or the person is believing that whatever they know is for them alone and they are children. They are not willing to share anything to help humanity. You also need to cut that person off, meaning you can't trust that person. Okay, you can't trust them. There is no trust in that relationship. If there is trust, then it's supposed to be a two-way street. It's supposed to be a symbiotic interaction. Both people benefit from it in order for them to grow and create new things. Okay, so if you are practicing and you find out that the people around you, there seems to be hiding things from you, you are the only person doing the sharing, the formulating, and solving the problems by yourself, and they claim to be practitioners, they are not supporting you, they are not inputting, assisting, you need to cut yourself from that kind of relationship. Okay, this is the way I see it. Okay, this is the way I see it. So there is need for secrecy, yes, to a certain level. There is need for trust to a certain level. There is need for reciprocation to a certain level. It is very, very important. Nobody knows it all. Anybody that claims to know it all, that person is lying. Okay, so please have this in mind in honoring the vow of secrecy, the vow of silence, and the vow of trust. You have to honor this vow. If you meet a practitioner and the practitioner is not honoring these three things, you cannot really work with them. If they are not reciprocating as you, they are not doing the same thing that you are doing, they are not contributing, they are not assisting, they are just there hiding everything or pretending to be what they are not. This kind of people will slow your practice. It might even destroy your practice, so just stay away from them. It's better you do things by yourself. The little thing you know, manage it by yourself, than going to meet people that claim that they are experts or professionals, but they are not producing results. Okay, this is the way I see it. Then the way I do my own program, I have my principles that I live by. People that I teach in my program where I teach African spirituality, before you say you want to join the program, I must have a talk with you, talk to you, kind of know you, exchange ideas, know the reason why you want to study it, and explain all these things to you, of course. And most importantly, I need to see the person. I must see your face to know who you are. I do not allow ghost students to join the program. From time to time, people will want to join the program and they don't want you to see their face. This is not a good thing. Somebody want to join your program, but they are hiding their identity. It means that they don't trust me. When you want to join my program but you don't want me to see you or know who you are, it means you don't trust me. And if you don't trust me, I have to reciprocate that gesture, because me, I don't trust you too. It means you are not sincere. It means that you don't trust me enough to keep your secrets, and you don't trust me enough to respect me, to talk to me as a human being, to regard me as a human being. And I take offense to that. I look it as very, it's very sad, dehumanizing. So I cannot allow anybody that will not talk to me on the camera face to face to join the program. One of the reasons is that this person does not trust me. He thinks that maybe I am not up to their standard, or I cannot keep a secret, or maybe he feels that he's bigger than me. Superiority complex. And I cannot allow somebody with that character into my program. We don't allow those people to practice African spirituality because they are not good people. You you have to come into the program with a certain level of humility, a certain level of being down to earth, of actualizing reality, being faced to reality. Somebody that you want to teach you something, you cannot show your face to them. What does that tell you? It means that you're looking down on them. It is disrespectful. Even if you have money to pay, it is still disrespectful. So I usually turn down those people, especially some Nigerian people, even some people, I know some of them are white people. They don't want to show their face because they are afraid that I will turn them down. But you must still show your face. Okay, what I look is sincerity and honesty. When it comes to Nigeria, some people think that they are too big, that they are superstars, or they are government workers, commissioners. I don't care if you are a governor or a commissioner. If you want to learn something from me, I must see who you are. Okay? I am not moved by wealth or position. I have many big people have contacted me on this channel. People from America, from all parts of the world. These are big people. Some from Washington, even Hollywood. You'll be shocked the kind of people I have made contact with on this channel. People from all parts of the world. Saudi Arabia, Europe, UK, Mecca. So you from Nigeria that maybe you feel that you are a commissioner or you are a big person, I don't care about you. Not be you they feed me. So if you are too big to show your face on this camera that me and you can talk, then you are too big for the program. You should go somewhere else. Okay? You should go somewhere else. So humility is important. Trust is important. Yeah. If you cannot trust me, me too, I cannot trust you. At least you see my face here every day. You have probably been watching my video, but yet you still don't want to show your face. It means that you don't have good intentions towards me. You want to come in with an ulterior motive. Maybe you are a spy working for these evil organizations that seeks to destroy African spirituality, a gay spy, or one of these Hebrew Israelites, or Zionists, or CIA, FBI, all these kind of people. I don't trust you. If you cannot show your face on camera for me and you to talk, then you cannot really learn anything from me. Okay, so trust is very important. Keeping secrets is very important. Before I come here, I have known that yes, if I want to survive here, I need to be able to keep a lot of secrets. And I have heard so many things and seen so many things. I have my own secrets to keep. So what is there? Such is life. You have to learn to live with it. It comes with the territory. Okay? If you cannot be able to do all these things, you cannot practice African spirituality effectively. You're not going to last. When you start talking about people's secrets, or betraying people, betraying confidentiality, and lack of trust, all these things, you will not last. Some spiritualists, they don't have these characters. That is why they're having problems. They don't have secrecy. They're feeling in trust issues. Many of them have serious problems. If you don't have good qualities like these, principles that you live and die for, you will fall for anything. Some people, the only thing they think about is money. They don't care about anything else. Me, I don't care about money on this channel. I care about the well-being of the channel, of being able to impact a very positive uh, influence on the life of people, especially African people, how to move African people forward, how to empower them with knowledge and wisdom. So that is my primary assignment on this channel, not to focus on money. So if you feel that you are too rich to show me your face, then I'm sorry, we cannot do anything together. Okay? Because I will never allow somebody to come into my program without showing their face. And I will not allow people to be controlling me from behind the scene. I will not. That is not why I am here. Okay? So trust is important. Principles is important. Okay? Secrecy is very important. Okay? Very, very important. These are some of the essential ingredients. And truth is the pinnacle of them all. What we're learning here is restoring my heart, balance, and truth. You have to be true to yourself for you to succeed here. You have to be in touch with reality for you to succeed here. A lot of people, they don't want to bring themselves down to earth. They want to be living a fake life, and they want to get the best from African spirituality. It does not work like that. You must sacrifice those materialistic tendencies, traits, and attributes before you can be able to focus on African spirituality. You cannot be here and there at the same time. You cannot be promoting, facilitating, enabling. The only deities that will be working for you are the evil deities that are the enemies of Africa. Those witches and wizards, those parasites, maggots that are spreading lies in the continents, those evil religious parasites, those are the ones that you should be going to meet. If you come here, you will not get anything good from here, because I will not help you. I will not help you to facilitate spreading lies. If you are a fake man of God, these fake pastors or Yahoo boys looking for spell to deceive people, how to do spells, to do fake miracles in your church to get crowd. I don't do all those things in this channel. If you are a human trafficker, a drug dealer, looking for spell to overcome police, to get police protection, to traffic people, to slave them, or you to want to sell drug, I don't do all those kind of dirty things on this channel. Okay? I don't do it, and I don't support it. If you have all those kind of tendencies, do not come to me. I am not that kind of person. Okay? I am not that kind. I will not support all those rubbish in this channel. In fact, I will cast you straight. I will cast you if you are a pedophile or fake people, shallow-minded people. You want to use African spirituality to perpetrate your evil operations upon this earth. This is the wrong place for you to come to. Okay? Not be for this neighborhood, therefore they do all those things. So I will not help you. This is my principles. This is what I stand for. This is what I represent. I will not help you to do that. So don't bother contacting me for anything, please. Okay? It's good like that. You can go to meet other people. There are other evil people out there that do those kind of dirty jobs. You can look for them and go and meet them. But me, I don't do that. Okay? So, this is what I want to say today. Secrecy, very, very important. Trust, very, very important. Okay? How to share ideas. Network with the right kind of people. Networking, if your networking is not bringing solutions to you, then that network is not a good network. You need to rechange your SIM card. Okay? There are sometimes we network with the wrong people, that the people want to turn into a parasite. You need to cut that kind of contact with those kind of evil spiritual practitioners. Okay, so this is what you need to know about. Secrecy is important. Trust is important. Okay, This is part of what will make your practice grow. You need to have your principles, and you need to be ready to live and die by those principles, for better, for worse. This is what makes you a very good practitioner. Okay, so keep this in mind, and things will be well with you. Okay, so this is what I want to say today on this channel. Questions or comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe, hit the enable all notification sign so that you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And if you want to practice African spirituality, I have a 6-month program where I teach it from the history to the science to the metaphysics and the hardcore spirituality. You will know everything you need to know about African spirituality, how Africa got into the mess that we are in, and the metaphysics of African spirituality. You will know all those things. A lot of spell workings, you will know them, how to do offerings, how to make contact with the deities. Within 6 months, you will be a master of this subject. And you should be able to stand on your own 2 feet and start teaching other people as well. So register for my program. It's not expensive. Ignorance is much more expensive. If you also want to do your oracle tarot divination, you can contact me. I do that as well. Then if you want to read, I have been able to write 3 books so far. This one is on quantum physics and African spirituality. In this book, I covered very advanced topics about the origin of God, the nature of God, and time travel, space travel. What does it entails? Nowadays, we're going into the space age. Everybody is building rockets, like a race to space. If you don't want to be left behind, you need to read this book. This book, I covered advanced topics about the wormhole, the black hole, especially negative space. What is negative space? What is the evil forest? The function of the evil forest. I covered the black hole, melanin, how all these things tie together. If you want to know how all these topics tie together and how it relates with African spirituality and relates with you, what is your role in all these things? What is the benefit of all these topics? Okay, what is the applications? Where do we go from here? Advanced topics on African spirituality, you get this book, Quantum Physics book, you get it from me. This is the first book on quantum physics written in the whole of West Africa. I have never seen another one. If you want to know about this topic, quantum physics, that studies the invisible particles of nature and its relationship to African spirituality, you need to get this book. Then if you want to know how to do spells, walking in the shadow of the gods, over 200 spells are here. Spells for health, wellness, different kinds of illnesses, how to solve them, for love, for protection, for all good things. Get this book. It's better you have this book and don't need it and say you need the book and don't have it. Okay, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. So get this book, know the herbs, the botanical names, easy for you to understand and to get there from any part of the world. You don't need to fly to Africa to sit under the fig tree of any babalawo. You just get the book and do your thing. As an educated person, you should be able to have this book in your arsenal. It will solve many problems for you. Okay. This one, Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension, we teach you about the intricate natures of some major African deities, Kemetic deities. You will need to know the personalities, the psychological orientation of these deities, how they relate to you, how to channel them, mirror them, and bring them into your own physical reality or your consciousness. Their role, their importance, their benefits. Whispers of Amente, this is a book that is written to take you there. You don't need to fly to Africa, spending money for airfare, visa, stress, and hotel. You don't need to come to here struggling, searching for people to teach you. This book, buy the book and read it, and you know all these things. This is why I wrote this book, for people to get direct access to this knowledge from any part of the world, to illuminate them, to enlighten them, to liberate them, update them. So get Whispers of Amente and balance your skills. You cannot be an African person without knowing any single thing about African spirituality. We will claim to be an adult African person and you know nothing about your spiritual essence, the importance of it is emptiness. It's not a good thing. So please get knowledge, get wisdom, get one of these books, or better still, get all of them, and build your that powerful body of knowledge around you. Build that cocoon with this knowledge and start living your life as a full-fledged Pan-African adult that nobody can deceive or nobody can manipulate. If you don't know who you are, anybody can tell you who you are. So know yourself today. Know yourself is not an insult, it's an advice. Know your way, not because. Now wait till you not know, now your mate take pass you. African people are suffering today because of lack of knowledge of self. Not because they don't have a physical strength, it's because of lack of knowledge of self. This knowledge of self is what I am presenting here to you. Empowerment, liberation, to free themselves from the shackles of mental slavery, miseducation, religious indoctrination, inferiority complex. Free yourself today and you'll be glad you did. So read, study to show thyself approved. The acolyte shall be worthy in character and learning. A lot of us are not worthy in learning, so that's why we are behaving like Negro pins, spiritual illiterates. It is not good. Okay, if you want to buy my book, contact me. I am the link to the book. Comment on any of the channels. I will give you my phone number, give you my WhatsApp number, email address. You can contact me. Comment on any channel you want to buy books. I also sell spiritual objects, perfumes, meditation beads, cowries, soaps, all kind of ointments. In our spirituality, I have them. Anything you want to buy, you can contact me for all those things. I sell them. Okay, your native shock, your miracle stone, your thunderstone, your black stone, all these things we use in African spirituality. Uh, I have them here, so you can contact me for those stuff. Okay. So apart from that, thank you very much for those people that have been supporting the channel. I'm very grateful and delighted. And the ancestors will continue to bless you for everything you have been doing so far. And for those people in the future that we still support, and I still thank you too. And continue with your studies and your practice and learn how to discern the real things from the fake things and open your mind to learning. We need spirituality is constant evolution and advancement. So you need to keep learning and keep up the good fight and everything will be well with us. So I'll be seeing you on the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.